It's much cheaper here than in my home country, yeah.
The only thing here I would say is kind of expensive is transportation.
教育費込み、全部込み込みで62,000円なんですよ。
Hi, this is Koji from Dari Japan. Today, I want to ask someone from different countries who are studying in Japan or working in Japan about their living expenses in Japan. Let's go. Where are you from?
I'm from America.
アルゼンチン出身です。
イギリス出身です。
I'm from France, but I study in Canada, Montreal.
カナダです。
ベラルーシ。知ってるかな？
知ってます。What do you do?
I'm an undergrad, so go to university, and this is part of an exchange program. So I'm here for 4 months.
You find this program for yourself or just participate in the program that university offers?
So basically, university offers exchange, but destinations are like everywhere on the world, and I myself decided to go for Japan. And the university, they basically have partner universities, but the whole process you kind of have to do it yourself. The university doesn't help too much. It's mostly you. They just give you the locations where you can go, and then you apply yourself.
Many international students get interested in how much the living costs in Japan. Could you tell me your monthly expenses in Japan?
Sure. So first there's the rent. So I live in the residence offered by my university. It's very cheap. Basically, I paid 24,000 yen for rent. So, and if you add electricity, water bill, in total per month is 34,000 yen. So it's around like 215 euros or like 320 Canadian dollars. It's very cheap. Like back home, it's like 4 times more expensive. Wow. So that's just for like the rent and the living costs in general. The only thing here I would say is kind of expensive is transportation. So I have to take the train every day to go to school, and I would say per month it can add up to maybe 10,000 yen. So that's more than what I would spend back home. But again, it's if you take that into account, but also the rent, I spend way less here than in Canada or even in France.
So you mean train is expensive compared to your home country?
Yeah, train is expensive. Also because something that plays is I like to go downtown Tokyo, Shinjuku, Shibuya, and I live a bit outside. I live in Kodaira, so I have to take like trains to go there, and that adds to the cost as well. In Japan, there's no monthly fee, monthly subscription where you can just pay every month and get unlimited rides. You have to pay for every single ride, and since if you use it very often, then it gets expensive very quick. So I personally spend less back home than in Japan.
Do you have part-time job?
No, I don't. I don't speak Japanese, so it'd be hard to find a job here.
Is there any unexpected expenses before you going to Japan?
It's very small things, but they add up. My, for example, I have to pay my mobile, so like to have data in Japan. I thought about it, but I didn't count it in my budget. Also, I have to buy sometimes I'm just tempted by like souvenirs, random gifts, and every time I feel like, oh, it's just once, but now every town I visit, I buy something, and then eventually this adds up.
Insurance?
How much the insurance fee?
わかりません。だけど、ちょっと前、西は、そう。そんな感じがある。
今、日本に住んでいて、最もお金を使うものって何ですか？
やっぱり食べ物ですね。
食べ物。ご自身は今、アルバイトとかってされてますか？
バイトはないんです。ビザ的に今はできないです。
今この大学にいらっしゃるのは、長期のプログラムか短期のプログラムどっちですか？
長期、合計5年日本にいる予定です。
今、奨学金って受給されてますか？
はい、そうです。毎月ちょっとお金、文部科学省からもらって、そのお金で、ギリギリの生活できるので、全然、満足なので、文部科学省に感謝いたします。
家賃ってちなみにおいくらですか？
家賃は寮なので、すごく安くて、今は、32,000？ 32,000。
それは光熱費とか全部込みですか？
違う。家賃の上に、電気と、水道も、払わないといけません。
そうすると大体何円ぐらいになりそうです？
毎月、多分、その家賃と水道と電気を全部合わせて、4万から5万までもういけるかな。
学生ですか？それとも働かれてますか？
今は留学生で大学4年生です。今からもう半年後就職です。
就職は日本でされますか？
そうです。
何か奨学金とかってもらってますか？
そうです。今5年間の、文部科学省が提供してくださってる奨学金に1回受かって、でそれで今、あと半年後にそれが終わります。
家賃、今住まわれてるところどれくらいですか？
今住んでいるのがシェアハウスで自分の部屋がないところでなんか教育費込み全部込みで6万2000円なんですよ。で高立地っていうところもあって東京の渋谷なんですけど、でそれで、いっぱい自分のやりたいことをねその反面できるから、安くていいなって思ってます。
すごい安いですね。何か他に例えば友達とかとご飯に行った時とか結構お金かかると思うんですけど、外食とかって1食あたりどれくらいお金かかりますか？
そうですね、何を食べるかによるんですけど、例えば大体ねスイーツとかもしお茶とかコーヒーは1500円で、普通の食事はもちろん何を食べるかによるんだけど大体1300から1900円ぐらいかなっていう感じ。
それに対して収入源みたいなものって今ありますか？
バイトをしてます。
何のバイトをされてますか？
英会話教師。
そちらの時給ってどれくらいですか？
今はすごくいいんですけど2000円ぐらい。でも前は飲食店で働いてた時はもう1100、1200円とかだったからすごい辛かったんですね。
Could you tell me your average monthly expenses in Japan?
500イギリスのパウンドと思います。
What's your name?
Nanajwa.
Where from?
I'm from Ghana.
You studying in Japan as an exchange student?
Yes, exchange student.
How long you stay in Japan?
6 months from September to February 2024.
Could you tell me your average cost of living in Japan?
Yes, cost of living is very high compared to my home country. Average is like just on food a month it could be 40,000 yen. And then if you want to go somewhere using the train, I don't have Pasmo or Suica, so that one is extremely high because you have to buy tickets every time and it's very expensive.
You mean living cost in Japan is high compared to your home country?
Yes, living cost in Japan is extremely high compared to Ghana, my country.
How long have you been in Japan?
I've been in Japan for about 1 year.
What's your occupation?
So I work as an English teacher. That's my main job. But I also work as a model, an actress, and I also do YouTube content as well.
How much you rent?
Yes, so currently I live in Kawasaki in Kanagawa. It's near Tokyo, maybe 18 minutes by train. So I pay about 65,000 yen per month. Yeah.
Do you spend the most money on?
Most of my money is spent on, of course, my rent, my utilities, travel. I do travel a lot too. And also, of course, like food, like necessities as well. Any extra money I have, I use it for shopping, hanging out with friends, maybe gifts or something, or just doing my hobbies as well. Yeah.
How about cost of living in Japan compared to your home country?
It's much cheaper here than in my home country. Yeah. So rent here in American dollars would be about like around $500. But in America, a single apartment that I'm living in now would be roughly $1,000. Yeah, like probably over $1,000. Water, yeah. Water is very cheap in Japan, I would say, compared to in America. I think what's really expensive in Japan food-wise is fruits. Like strawberries, yeah. Strawberries, bananas sometimes. For some reason, eggs this season are expensive. I'm just like, why? Like 200 yen for like a pack of eggs. I was like, oh my God.